Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing, man? What's up, man? How you
Hey.
feeling?
I am amazing. I be more than well. I be great. I'm all the way up.
Another
What's going
one.
on?
What's up, Seeking Knowledge family? It's the host of this amazing podcast. I'm your boy and your main podcast host, Favorite 33. And I got my sister back with me, Lati. She came back to hang. She put back up on me, said, look, bro, I'm finna put back up on you. I got something to talk about. I said, let's make this shit happen.
You know what to do. It's becoming a regular thing here in a minute. I don't know. You don't know. We're gonna have to keep this rolling.
So, this episode 29 on season 14, and like what we finna talk about. It's the Akashic Records. Like I know I learned a little bit about it, but she know a lot about it. So I'm just gonna shut up. Y'all already know her, Lati, but I'm just gonna be quiet. What's up, man? What's up?
What's up? What's up? Seeking Knowledge Podcast audience. This is your girl Lati here at Tears and Wheat to Roast Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. We are so excited to be back with you guys and talk about the Akashic Records and how to act. What are they? How to access it, what you can get from it, how do we benefit, all of that goodness. So, yeah, we'll just jump right on into it, right? So the Akashic Records is essentially another way of saying the infinite intelligence of all things. So the Alpha and Omega, the source, our beginning and our ending, called, of course, creation by its word. So it spoke out, and the word moves on the breath of life. And it's in very simple terms, right? And so if everything in creation is made by the word that or the intelligence of the infinite, then that intelligence is written on everything in creation because it's made from it by it. But that being said, right? That's pretty deep, right? Um, but with that being said, that intelligence is encoded and written on everything. So if you think about like a software or computer language, right? Everything that you see in an application is written by code. The way we see it is different, but it's still written by code. That's the background. So when you take that code and you can unlock it, you can read it, you can go into the background, you can discover what is that language and what is it really saying. That's essentially what we do with the Akashic Records. It's telling us that that intelligence that is written all over creation within you and everything that exists everywhere is accessible to us. All of it exists and it exists now as everything is now. And we have the ability to tap into that intelligence that's already built in and unlock it. And once you can unlock it, you can go in and you can seek revelation, right? So that makes, it lines up with if you seek the knowledge, then that knowledge will be delivered onto you. But where do you get your downloads from, right? It's really revealing onto you what you already know, what's already built in.
Now my question is, because that's a lot of information.
Yes.
So how can they access the Akashic Records? Like, what do they need to do? Like, what do they like? I want to say a ritual. So how can they share? What ritual do they got to do to tap into the Akashic Records? Because that's like, and just like I said, it's already information. Like basically, that's already here. You just got to
Yeah.
know how to accept it. And I know a lot. That's how I found out. Because I like I said, like when we spoke, I know a little bit about the Akashic Records, but I don't know a lot. But I just, like I told you, I know it's information from the past, the present, and the future. And I
Mm-hmm.
tapped into it. That's how I found out that I was a cat. Like it'd be crazy though. Look, like see, like when I go outside at random times, and I see like cats, like, and I be like meow meow, and the cat will talk back. So I tapped into that and know I was like reincarnated from a cat. Then I'm a monk. I don't know too much about monks, but I know
Mm-hmm.
they wise. They stay on hermit mode. They isolate themselves just so they can get themselves together. I don't know too much about monks. Then a tree, like I love being around trees. I love hugging trees. I love talking to trees. So me just tapping into that side of things, figuring it out. That's why I know it's real. So I probably already answered the question of how you tap into it, but I'm gonna turn it back over to you, and you just let the seeker knowledge listeners figure that out? I mean, listen to you, I can figure it out.
Well, a lot of what you said is it is true, right? It is ways, it's multiple ways to access, right? It's not just one specific key way. But I will share what I feel two ways that are the best, and one of them is my preferred method that my spirit guides have kind of given to me. So first way, of course, is through meditation, and you can do it through guided meditation, right? Really calming the body, getting into deep breathing and opening up the gateways, working on those lower chakras, root chakra, sacral
Mm,
chakra, and your solar plexus chakra, so that you can open up, right? Coming out of survivor mode, really relaxing the body, entering into the kingdom in that sacral chakra, opening up that creativity and sensibility, sensuality, not sexuality, but sensuality. What goes into your senses, the five senses, well, actually seven senses, right? So
mm,
beyond your ability to see, touch, taste, smell, and feel, but your emotions, digging into that. And then your third eye, digging into that, opening that up, taking all of that energy up into your solar plexus so that you can reach in a sense of enlightenment and transmute that energy and then skyrocket yourself up. It takes you to a place where now your heart is open and you are able to express out what it is that you truly want to know from a soul space. Then your third eye opens so that you can see it, right? And all this information will start to come in and reveal itself onto you. Not only can you see your true self, but you can see the truth of what you want to know and the why of why you want to know it. And then that understanding will start to come in. Essentially, you've accessed the records and the intelligence that's written in self and allowing the revelations to be received. You're now opening your mind space up to that revelation. So I'll
See,
stop
I
there.
keep hearing, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I keep hearing you saying intelligence. So what is intelligence like? I like that question. Is this like a deity? Because I believe it's other life forms. So is it like a deity, like ancient deity that's
No,
been here?
it is literally it's again, like, like just smartness, like the intelligence of nature of creation itself, of the most high God that made us, right? So if the most high God spoke out a word, that word is intelligent. It is everything that created all things, right? It is just like when you think about, your learning and the knowledge that you have, it is the infinite knowledge. It is the knowledge of all things, right? That is what we are made out of. And that talks about, every system, every element, from photons to protons to subatomic particles, all of it. How is creation organized? That organizing power, which is the intelligence, the infinite intelligence or infinite knowledge, and also the chi, the breath of life, that energetic force that moves that knowledge so that it can go forward and syncopate and design all things.
That's beautiful. Like I said, I had to bring to discuss this because I said I did a little research and I didn't tap into something like you said. Don't know, you can do with a guided meditation. That's how I did. I tap into the records. I read on
Yeah.
it, did some research, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a guided meditation because meditation is good because I can just really lay there. I didn't ask for projecting everything, but that's a whole different topic. I did that one time. And I don't think I was trying to do it, but I know I was looking at my body while I was laying there, while I'm just floating, looking down at my body.
Being able to separate, yourself and go and see other things. Yeah, I mean, it's in today's topic. We were talking about telepathy and telekinesis, right? And how the ability to do that is locked away within self. So it's funny that we're having this conversation today because to the episode that we just filmed and just aired is on, like, all things are possible if you believe. And that's why working on those lower three chakras are so important, that to access that intelligence of all things. And because if you're in survivor mode, then you really are hyper focused on just your everyday life, which means that you're probably closed off to some things, your creativity of self, like that infinite creativity that's already built in the kingdom. And then you probably are struggling with transmuting energy in your solar plexus chakra.
Oh, hello. So look, yeah, she'll be right back. She had to step away from the audio for a little bit. But look, I know, look, it's 2024, right? Y'all made it to 2023. Y'all made it through 2023. Y'all made 2024. But y'all feel like y'all can't overcome nothing in life. But guess what? I got a book y'all can read this. It can give you hope, it's inspirational, and it'll get you through it. This is what I'm saying. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to click on Amazon. I want y'all to put my name in, DeMarcus David Bruce, or put From the Hood to the Church in. Read the reviews before you order the book, because I got 71 reviews, 4.9 rate. And read it, and you're going to overcome, because everything is in your mind. But back to this message.
Yes, I'm here. And you know what? It's this technology. It times out. You can't hear me. And we were saying some good stuff. You know what? So we're gonna just jump right back into it.
It's all good.
Um, it's really bringing yourself out of, survivor mode, the day-to-day grind of things, and being able to step into your true self, your spirit self that's in that sacred chakra, and unlocking yourself from a kingdom standpoint, and be like, okay, of course, we always hear, if you enter into the kingdom, all things are there. You can get revelation. You can, all your needs and provisions will be met. And that's true. But to take all of that information up, if there's things that are bothering you, things that are from that day-to-day life, that day-to-day grind, what's worrying you, the survivor mode, I gotta get it kind of mode. But you take that energy up into your solar plexus, and that chakra helps you break down all of those experiences and derive the energy from it and move you up into your true mind, which is that center heart chakra. Now you really, you know what I'm saying? You're in that space where you can believe again. You're lightening up your heart. You're dealing with the things that are blocking you and really understanding what you need and want to know. And you continue to move up from there. And that space, you gave me ability to express, what is it that you need? What is it that you desire? What do you want to have revealed onto you? And your mind's eye will show you. You will be able to see it. You'll be able to experience it.
It's beautiful. I agree with you, because like once you tapped into the records, because like I said, I ain't been deep in it, like, but I had tapped in there, so that's how I figured out a lot about me myself. Yeah. But like you can just literally lay in your bed, and you can just, if you tapped in, you can see, you can be in like another multiverse, or you visit yourself in another multiverse, or whatever the case might be. You just want to just ask for shit to go, just whatever. But you can really lay there, and you can see I be seeing my thoughts, like I'm actually in my thoughts, like, yeah, I'm having fun in my thoughts, like most of the time.
And you can see, it just depends on what your heart is open to, what you've allowed your brain to, like, shut your brain off. Those things that thinking thoughts, and it's just rumination. And we put limits on ourselves based on what these two eyeballs that pick up and read light data, because they don't see anything. We see with the brain. We make it up in our brain. When you release yourself from that, and you open up the trueness, right, which is your third eye, where you can see in the spirit, anything that you want to know will come to you. You just have to be open and allow it, to be patient. And it takes practice. It's something that we don't utilize often. So the muscle and the ability to do it is just atrophy. We're rusty, right? But so my favorite technique, and I'll share this, is I actually, once I'm in meditation and I'm very calm, I imagine myself going into the library. I can sit at like an actual building, right? And I'm walking up to the door. As I get to the door opens onto me. I've asked for entrance. I've asked to enter, and the door's open. And as I go inside, I can see like an infinite array of books, like a book on every single thing that there ever is to know ever, right? And I can take my intentions with me inside the library of what I am seeking. What do I want to know? And I allow myself to be taken up to the shelf, to a column, a row, go into that row, and allow my spirit to pull the book that it knows the information is in. I see myself, the spirit is putting the book in front of my third eye. It is opening up to the page or opening up the book, and then my third eye reads what's on it.
That's the eye of knowledge.
Say again.
Yeah. I said that's the third eye. It's the third eye, pineal gland. It's the eye of knowledge, however you. But yeah, I get what you're saying though, because
yeah,
like I said, especially once you tap into that the eye of knowledge, so like we talking about the eye of knowledge on seeking knowledge. Y'all like that, don't y'all? But yeah, because once this how you and got sense of humor, and that's how you see them thoughts though. That third, that be your that. Well, look, everybody, let me put this out there. Fuck it. Why not say this? Y'all know that's the third eye, the pineal gland. But I say the eye of knowledge, but it's really the first eye.
Yeah.
This one, it's really the first eye. Let me just throw that out there for all our listeners out there. It's really the first eye. When you step into the first eye, that's how you see them thoughts, and that's how you like. My sister Lati said, that's how. And I'm hearing the buzz in my heart. Thank you, ancestors. That's how you tap into the and to the Akashic Records. Like, and that's beautiful. How you said that's like a library of books of all knowledge like this that's going on now. That's about to happen, and that's beautiful when you tap into yourself. But you could just really. Basically, what she's saying, if you tap into the Akashic Records, you can like really see your future. Why you think like a lot of the greats like Nostradamus, all of them seeing shit that's about to happen. So it all makes sense when it comes to history. But man, this was
anything that you want to know, right? Of course, be careful with your intentions, and it's just being careful. Not cautious, really, but you have to be, think about your intentions, but also having patience, right? Patience with yourself and learning to trust. One thing you said that's really critical is like the ability to see your thoughts, right? But don't attach to any thought. You see it, you let it go by, you recognize it, you read it, but you don't hold on to it. Don't attach to it. Don't identify with it. Because as soon as you identify, you place a limiting belief on that thing. Just let it flow. Let it be very natural, very fluid, right? And you will absorb what you need from it, and you'll learn how to use it, how to apply that discipline to your life. But you don't want to attach to anything.
That's why I say most of my thoughts be joyful, because like I like seeking knowledge, and I need to look. I don't script none that come out of my conscious. Like, so I know I tap into some, cause like I hold on to knowledge that I need to hold on to. Cause I get downloads from past lives. Like I know if I connect with somebody we met in the past life, or cause me, man, I'm impact. I be picking up on all. I'm like, that's the signs. Then, like I said, the numbers don't lie when it. And I'm gonna have to go and drop that episode, because numbers don't lie. From it, it's gonna be the universe edition, because 1112233 72 911. Every number got a pattern if you put it in there. You can just like I didn't sit back. I don't even know why I went here, but I didn't sit back and pick my own brain before. I was like, I'm just gonna come up with all the number secrets my ancestors tell me to do. And it's 72 on my thermostat. That's one of my numbers. It's 1121 where I'm at, so that's 111. But I didn't sit back and they didn't pick my brain and gave me number patterns, and every number pattern I put in there, it's a sequence. Like it's a meaning behind it.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we were talking about today, is that how the Most High God and the spirit guides that have been placed around us, our, heavenly hosts, they come and speak to us, and they speak to us a lot of times through numbers, through signs and synchronicities, right? So you will see repeating numbers, repeating patterns. And when you look at the energy of those numbers, the messaging behind it, it's trying to tell you something, either guiding you in a different direction, giving you encouragement to keep going, to letting you know something is getting ready to come into you, something that needs to move away from you. All kinds of messages come through numbers. But so if you consistently see the same number, you look at the clock and it's that number. You look up and you're driving behind a car and on the license plate, it's that number. You look at an address, it's that freaking number. Like, Go and look up that number. It's telling you something. You're being guided. They're giving you prompts to say, hey, something is going on. We want to communicate with you. And they do it through numbers. Math
And
is a universal language.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you, because that's how I be tapping in. But is there anything else you want to share, Lati? I don't want to take up too much of your time. Is there anything else you want to share? Because you dropped knowledge.
I guess to go back to that, the premise of detaching from things, right? I mean, we can be made aware of our many different manifestations, and throughout lifetimes, and how we've existed in the past and how we may exist in the future. But the ultimate height of dimensions, we are all one. We are whole. We are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. At this level, we're just able to see the pixels, the pieces, right? The little bitty individual bubbles that color the entire picture. But when you pull all the way out and see from the highest height perspective, we are all one. And from that, that's why we don't have an identity. There is no names. There's no need to speak, because we just know everything. We just know it just is. And that's how you really can be affirmed that the infinite intelligence of all things, the Akashic Library, those records, are already baked within. And you can go in there by really unlocking yourself, coming out of survivor mode, getting calm, peace, knowing that you have everything, you can attract everything. When we repair ourselves and get to a healthy state, we kind of talked about repairing our electromagnetic field, and how we truly become a magnet for all of our manifestations, all of our heart's desires. We see that those abilities are with us still. They are locked away. They are hidden for a number of reasons, right? There's forces that don't want us to know, who we are and what we are and what we can do in these vessels, because it would just, rip apart the illusion. But when you realize what you are and you repair your field, you open yourself up to information that you are everything, that you have everything, you become a magnet for all things. And there's nothing that's hidden from you. You can go and access it anytime you want to.
I'm telling you, and that's beautiful about knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you pulling up on me again on this amazing podcast, man. Like, cause you drop a lot of gems, and so how can they hear how can they hear your shit? You popular? I ain't gonna say I want to say popular, because it's like some cliche shit. Like you gotta fit in, but your work got a name for it. Your work speaks for itself. So how can people tap into Lati? How can they find you? They want to pull up on you.
Y'all want to come over and check me out? It's Tares, Tares, Tares and Wheat to Roast Show on YouTube. Tares and Wheat to Roast Show on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. We just started our own podcast, Down the Rabbit Hole. So we'll be going down the rabbit hole. It's a lot of information to put out there, and we get deep with it. On the show, we kind of touch the surface and just feed, what I mean, those spoon bites, and just what we can give out in that forum. But Down the Rabbit Hole is a place where we're really gonna get deep, really talking about repairing ourselves and activating this God body, this vessel that we ride around in, and discovering the 8 wonders that it holds, because it's not on the outside of you. It is you. And so if you guys want to check me out on Facebook, Tares and Wheat to Roast Show on Facebook, on YouTube, and coming soon, Down the Rabbit Hole on Spotify and everywhere you can find podcasts.
Nah, that's hot. Look, shit, I had to go there too. You know where y'all can find me at, man. On Seeking Knowledge, y'all can find me on 360 Circle King podcast. That's all over, man. Uptown, downtown. Now I'm just playing with y'all. But y'all know, look, check out my books on Amazon, From the Hood to the Church. Check out my children's book on Barnes and Noble. Check out when the other book drop. I got my children's book, another children's book coming out called Diamond and the Baby Husky. That's gonna come under my boy Devontae Chat. But yeah, y'all know who it is, man. But look, speaking of my podcast with my bros, shout out to my bros, by the way, James Swanick and Devontae Chapman. Let me give them their flowers, man, because these are some solid brothers, man. Like, they look out for me behind the scenes. So that's why people don't realize. You might think like a lot of work got to get done behind the scenes just to make whatever you got going on manifest or pop. But yeah, we was having technical difficulties, but we finally got our first episode of our podcast drop. Circle Kings. 36 Circle Kings. Check that out on Spotify. And man, y'all seen the post, man. You know, I'm a little tired, man. But look, thank y'all once again for coming and hanging out with us. Anything else you want to share?
Oh, just thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I said that one thing and you was like, wait a minute, we need to talk about it. And just like the ability to just jump on in here and be ready and so on fire. I love your passion. I love your energy. I love what you're doing, brother. Just keep it up. Keep the vision. Keep growing. Keep seeking, and it's just a pleasure for me to be a part of what you're doing. And I'm just so grateful to have connected with you and your audience. Thank you so much for hosting us. And I can't wait to come and talk with y'all soon.
Y'all know she got to pull back up on me. Appreciate that, man. Look, y'all tap into Latte, man. Until next time. Peace.
Ashe.
I say.